What is north of India? This is a question. What is north to India? India is a country which is somewhere, it is like this. If this is Jammu and Kashmir, then it is like this. Okay, what is north to India? Ask anyone. Immediately he will say north to India is Himalaya, and Himalaya is the boundary of India. We studied in when we were in childhood, we studied in the book that Himalaya is not only a mountain, it saved us from enemies that they were from the north of the Himalaya. So Himalaya is from Jammu and Kashmir till Arunachal Pradesh, that is also called Greater Himalaya. The north of the Himalaya, enemies are there, and those enemies used to come to India. So Himalaya protects us from the enemy. This is what being taught to us. If you ask anyone what is north to Himalaya, then they will say ocean. Don't know. They don't know what is north of the Himalaya. Okay, and we were taught that north of the Himalaya were enemies. North of the Himalaya is Tibet, that is part of India. India, it falls in Indian subcontinent. Tibet is a separate country at all. This was never taught to us. When full bloodbath between 1951 to 1959 happened in Tibet, prior to 1947, Tibet was like part of India only. Means people were going and coming, especially Bihar region. Bihar region, which is nearest to the Tibet, people used to go and come. Okay, and especially from Tibet people used to go and come because they're religious, the most kind of devout or most auspicious the place is Bodh Gaya, that is in Bihar, Buddhist. So people they used to come and go, but now you need visa and passport or something like that. So it was deliberately taught in the book that north to the Himalaya, don't consider it, all are our enemies, anyone can check it. This is Indian National Congress textbook. These are what I can say. Miss something like it is misfortune to India. Misfortune to India that they did not help Tibetan to get away from the Chinese, rather than they dissociated Tibet completely from the textbook, saying that all are our enemies. Okay, if you see the Indian subcontinent, whatever the India what we are seeing now, equal part is north to the Himalaya also. There are three regions north to Himalaya. One is Tibet, one is Kashi, that is Xinjiang now, and then Tibet, Kashi, and then Mongolian province. So Tibetan province, Mongolian province, and Kashi region. If there are three, this region where south is Himalaya and west is again Himalaya, that is called greater or extended or northern Himalaya. Tian Shan, Tian Shan is the main peak out there, and Kasi River, I believe Araksu, Agsu or something like that. So those are the river that comes from the northern Himalaya. Otherwise, from the Karakoram range, there are many rivers that go like Yarankus, Karakus, Yarkand river, Yarkand river, later Yarankus, Karakus, they meet in the Hotan and it becomes Hotan river. And Yarakand river, that is also called Sita river. So Sita river, then Hotan river meets, Kasi river meets, Arksu river meets, and then it becomes Tarim river. And Tarim river takes west eastward and it flows near to Urumqi, that is capital of Xinjiang, and then it goes to Lopnur. So it is heaven. The heaven of India is not with the India. I am not saying it is not a part of China or whatever it is, but it is mostly, it is like, it is not there. Means China, it is doing its own business. If it is heaven and it is, I would say, best part of India, then it should be used also. If God has made it that beautiful, at least, at least tourism purpose, it should be used heavily. Now, no one can go to Tibet. You have to take Tibetan separate permission to go to Tibet. What tourism will flourish? You tell me. Tibet, no tourism. Xinjiang Uyghur people, they are fighting with the Chinese people for their independence. Full violence is there. And Qinghai province and Gansu province. So Gansu province and Inner Mongolia. These two comes in Gobi Desert. So there are three deserts. If there are three provinces, Mongolian province and Tibetan province and Kashi province, that there are three deserts, three areas. One is Gobi Desert, that is Mongolian, and one is Taklamakan Desert, that is Kashi region, and one is Tibetan Plateau. So in Tibetan Plateau, Tibet and Greater Tibet, that is Qinghai province, comes into the picture. Where is Gobi Desert, Gansu region, Mongolia and Inner Mongolia. So Inner Mongolia and Gansu, they are part of China now, and they comes in Gobi Desert. And in Taklamakan Desert, mainly the Kashi region or Xinjiang region, that comes into the picture. So if there are three deserts, three regions, then there are three mountains also. One is Qilian mountain, very beautiful, more beautiful than the most beautiful. Qilian mountain. Qilian mountain, it divides kind of Tibetan plateau to the Gobi desert and Gobi desert to the Taklamakan desert. So that is Qilian mountain. Or it is also called, I believe, Zillion or something like that. So Qilian mountain. So Qilian mountain, it divides Tibetan plateau and Gobi desert and this side Taklamakan. It is also documented that it divides Gansu region and Qinghai region. Very beautiful. Qilian mountain, it starts in Gansu region and it goes eastward, then it takes north and it makes border of Inner Mongolia state of the China and mainland China. So mainland China, that is hilly region, and Inner Mongolia, that is Gobi desert, there is a mountain in between, that is Qilian mountain. So that region, I call it Indian subcontinent, that is well dissociated with the mainland China through Qilian mountain. Then Kunlun mountain, okay, then it comes as Kunlun mountain, and then south it is Nanling mountain. Nanling mountain, it starts little bit east of Lhasa and then goes to mainland China. Kunlun mountain, it starts north to Karakoram range and then goes to mainland China. Actually, it divides Taklamakan desert to the Tibetan plateau. Later, it divides Qinghai, means extended Tibetan or northern Tibetan part to the main Tibetan part. Kunlun mountain, Nanling mountain, Kunlun mountain, and Qilian mountain, heaven. Qilian mountain means heaven. So I don't know. India wants India is not a developing country. India is a poor country. India is not a develop. $1 is 84 rupees. What you consider this country's economy is? Worldwide export, if you take, then India's part is 0.5%. Worldwide export happens, then Indian part is 0.5% in the worldwide export. Population wise, it is highest in the world. It is a poor country. And if you think about Pakistan, hunger index out of 125, 111. It is a hungry country, poor country. No job, more than 90% youth are jobless. Okay, but still the Indian National Congress who ruled the India, it brought Indian state when 1947 $1 was 1 rupee to $1 84 rupees. Still it is thriving, it is struggling, it is jumping, that we will give job to all Indians and we will give food to all Indians. You brought this situation to the India, to this state, what job you will give? You made people jobless, and what job you will give now? Completely blunder these people. Now where is the job? Job is north to the Himalaya, full heaven. Just think that's why I say 10% of full tourism of the worldwide, India would attract more than that. If that is called Himalayan kingdom, the north part, that is Tibet, Kashi or Mongolian region, that is heaven. Two side, or rather I can say three side, because northern Himalaya go north and it take eastward, and then south is greater Himalaya. If someone wants to see the Mount Everest, he cannot see, because Shivalik range will start and then middle range then finally Greater Himalaya range will start. You have to watch the Mount Everest from Nepal, that would be 100 kilometer, 100, 200, 300 kilometers south of it. What 300 kilometer, what you will see the Mount Everest. But if you go to Tibet and if you want to see the Mount Everest, you can see the Mount Everest from 20 to 25 kilometers. And there is no pollution. It is as if it is in front of you only. Just think that how much tourism it would attract. Now at least India has 150 crore population, India, then Pakistan 20 crore, Bangladesh around 15 16 crore, Burma, Bhutan, Iran, no one can go and visit Tibet because Greater Himalaya comes into the picture. Then you have to take visa, passport. Then visiting Tibet you have to take another kind of permission. So full fledged there is no tourism. Tourism is the main, which should be the main business of Tibet, but there is no tourism at all. Only from the European and American people who are rich, they only can afford to come to Beijing, and then from then Beijing come to Lhasa, and then take some kind of transportation, private hire, and then come to. Then you have to take oxygen mask and those, carry oxygen pouch and something like that. So poor Indian, they cannot afford that much. And India is so it's a big country. So they cannot go and see the. Just think that Indian tourism only how much they will earn Tibetan people. Same as Kashi region, same as now the Qilian mountain region. What we are talking. So Qilian mountain. So Qilian mountain, it starts near about Dunhuang city. So Dunhuang city is a city which is famous for the Silk Route. Okay, there is a Magao caves also where there are so I think more than 500 caves are there, and so nice painting is there. So Dunhuang around there it begins, and then Qilian mountain it goes eastward around 800 kilometers is the length of the Qilian mountain. Around 5,700 is the kind of altitude of the highest peak on the Qilian mountain. There are two rivers that kind of originates in Qilian mountain towards north. Means Qilian mountain it divides Gansu region and Qinghai region. So the two river that flows kind of, one is Shule river and one is Aging river. That is the name of the river. This is what I believe. Okay, so Aging river and Shule river. So Shule river when it flows north of the Qilian, it go and empties into Lopnur river, Lopnur lake. It is another story that there is no Lopnur lake. Okay, that way China has built dam on all the rivers. So but it should empty into the so it flows north and west. An Aging river that flows north and it goes toward east in Inner Mongolia desert. There also it forms a lake. Very beautiful. Heaven. Just consider that in sand some big river is flowing. How beautiful it would be. Full sand, and then a clean river is flowing that is coming from a snow fed mountain glacier, and it is flowing. So Aging river that is around 600 kilometers, and Shule river north west and Aging north east. Okay, then Shule river around 800 kilometers. Very beautiful. The most beautiful part of the Qilian mountain is rainbow. So near kind of east of Dunhuang, so northern part of Qilian mountain where it begins, then there is a rainbow mountain around 300 square kilometer area, that is rainbow mountain. Rainbow mountain means the mountain is looks like a rainbow. Some part there is a strip on the mountain that is one color, another strip another color. So if you see from far, it will look like a rainbow. It is rare of the rarest scenery, and everyone should watch it. Go to kind of Qilian mountain in Gansu region, west of the Qilian mountain where it begins. There you can see east of the Dunhuang. There you can watch the Rainbow Mountain. 300 square kilometer or something is the area. Okay, So it is something like misfortune of the India, wherever they can earn from the tourism. I am not saying that this falls in Indian subcontinent and it is not part of China. But anything is certainly not part of you when you are not using it. People are very poor. Okay, if you see Mongolia, people are poor. Inner Mongolia, Gansu, Qinghai, Tibet, everyone knows Tibet's condition. And Xinjiang people are dying so that they can get the independence. Leave the tourism. If anyone wants to visit this area, they have to take a special permission. No tourism, zero. Okay, kind of zero. So just think that if tourism is flourished, then how much they would earn. If it falls in Indian subcontinent, certainly there won't be any special permission. At least Indian subcontinent part, many people would go and visit there. So local people would earn rather than fighting and giving their life to for freedom movement or something like that. Why they need freedom? They do not belong to China. That's why they need freedom. So Qilian Mountain, you are very beautiful, you are very awesome. I believe that someday the tourism will flourish and not only there, Qinghai and Tibet region everywhere and prosperity will take over.